Alright, we are in game for the first match of the Crimson Sky Menace versus Duck scrimmage here. On the red team, which is the Ducks, we have the Civil Rights Bill, a Spire piloted by Sasquatch. It has a lumberjack front along with a Hades, and then a bottom deck Artemis and a top deck Artemis. The second ship on the Duck side is the Mother Duck. It is a galleon with a left side lumberjack heavy flak, Hades, a right side Hwacha carronade, and a rear flare. For the Crimson Sky Menace team, we have the Lib GTK, which I will refer to as the Lib from here on out. It is a Gat Flak Pyramidion with an Artemis side, double Artemis side. And for the other ship in the CSM fleet, we have the Solus Ortum, which is, let me see, a Hades Flak, again with a left front Artemis and a flare gun. All right, let's take a look at the minimap here. We see, we see the Ducks are moving towards the center of the map there, with the Mother Duck setting up its broadside across the center there, at least for a moment it was. The CSM team is sort of occupying the northeastern corner of the map. We're starting to see some sporadic shots go down. The two CSM Pyramidions are coming in for a charge, not meeting terribly heavy resistance as of yet. However, the Civil Rights Bill's hull is taking quite a bit of damage. Pyramidions are both keeping a decent distance here. The Civil Rights Bill is taking a lot of damage. Hull is down. Armor does manage to come back up. Still waiting for the Ducks to connect some shots there against the Crimson Sky Menace ships. There's lots of, it seems like they're having difficulty connecting with their weapons. They're taking a look at the Lib GTK. Not sure if this is a spotting issue or positioning issue, but the shots are really not coming down onto the CSM side. Civil Rights Bill is taking heavy damage. Its armor is down, taking thermal damage, continuing to take damage there. Interesting that a single Hades Flak Pyramidion is able to inflict all of this damage onto the Spire. Spires are quite vulnerable targets, as we're seeing here, but it's interesting because they're only CSM is really only leveraging half of its firepower in this situation. But you can see that they're really making a good use of cover, whereas the Waddling team here is kind of occupying the central open area of the map. Not a lot of cover that they can take advantage of there. So it definitely looks like we're seeing a little game of peekaboo from the CSM ships. The Lib GTK, I see what they're doing here. They are using their left side Artemis to put fire onto the red ships. Whereas it looks like here the Duck team is just in this open area, managing to put some long-range fire on there. Getting a few lumberjack hits onto the Solus Ortum there from one of the two ships, as they both have lumberjacks. Balloon down on the Solus Ortum. It is slowly dropping into the lower reaches of the map. Very, very difficult to recover from a balloon pop here in the sort of crowded underbelly of Periton. But we're seeing basically a standoff with the Lib GTK leveraging its front guns. The Lib GTK has the Gat mortar, so it looks like it's using its side guns, its double Artemis, to put fire onto the ships, the red ships, while the Solus Ortum is using that Hades Flak. Looks like the Spire is moving out here very, very close to the blue ships, perhaps in a baiting maneuver of sorts. It remains to be seen whether they will take the bait. Seems like it might be a bit of a risky maneuver, since the Civil Rights Bill is really just down to maybe a sliver of permahealth, maybe 20%. It's taking a lot of fire there from those Artemises. Very, 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 very vulnerable position it's in there, and down it goes, leaving the Mother Duck undefended. So we will see if the CSM ships press their advantage here after securing the first kill in this match. Mother Duck is sort of biding its time here while the CSM ships are maintaining cover. Wisely so. It would probably be highly inadvisable to charge that incredibly heavy broadside of these ships. They are not taking the bait. They're not being baited out. So we'll have to see here if the Ducks can manage to get them out of this entrenched position. a moment of quiet here on the map. libGTK and Solus Ortum are holding steady in the northeastern corner of the map, taking good cover in the buildings and the clouds. The Civil Rights Bill and the Mother Duck have their big guns pointed in the general direction across the open expanse there, but no charge is forthcoming. So it's going to be up to the red team to sort of break this position and try to dislodge these entrenched enemies here. Civil Rightsville is still really exposed here. The Mother Duck is kind of lagging behind. Civil Rightsville taking tremendous amount of Artemis damage and long-range fire from the two Pyramidians. These Pyramidians wisely are not moving into close range. The Spire is just really getting ripped apart here. It's so vulnerable to long-range fire, and we can see here that the combined fires of just, I guess, what is that, an Artemis, Hades, and Flak. Yeah, I think the CSM guys are really just pouring it onto the Spire. They're more or less just ignoring the Galleon. So here the Mother Duck is perhaps in a bit of a vulnerable position. It is still solidly in the red spawn. So a very nice long-range kill from the Mother Duck. That would be elusive on the heavy flak, I believe. Very nicely done. Solus Ortum is now in a 1v1 versus the Mother Duck. Definitely not in a good position. I would say the Solus Ortum definitely is not in a good position here. It is facing a much heavier broadside, and it stands a pretty high risk of taking some pretty serious fire there. It looks like it's backing out wisely. Hades, Heavy Flak, Lumberjack all pouring in. Solus Ortum taking a bit of a bump here. We can see the respawns coming in. It looks like blue ships are already more or less formed up, whereas the Spire is lagging maybe 5 to 750 meters behind the Mother Duck. However, the CSM ships are reluctant to engage at close range the Mother Duck there, instead favoring the sort of medium range approach. Mother Duck's armor is down, taking a tremendous amount of flak, Artemis, everything. Just a lot of damage going down here from these medium range weapons. Lots of fire pouring in here. Mother Duck's armor is down again, and CSM is up 3-1 here, leaving the Civil Rights Bill all by itself. Knowing how vulnerable these Spires are, it is quite possible that CSM will get this kill here. They could afford to be a little more aggressive here, although I don't see that happening. Solus Ortum's armor is down. We will see if the Artemis fire is sufficient to kill it. Still armor down, another kill for the Ducks, leaving the Ducks 2-3 against the Crimson Sky Menace, and the libGTK in a 1v1 versus the Civil Rights Field. Looks like libGTK is going to be charging the Civil Rights Field, but getting that really punishing Gatling mortar onto the Spire. Very bad situation for a Spire here versus a charging Pyramidian, and if those mortars hit home, it looks like the Civil Rights Bill will go down here. However, the mortars were not quite timed properly, but it looks like that will finish it off, leaving CSM with only one more kill to wrap up this scrimmage. So the Ducks are really going to have to pull something together here in order to recoup this game. Bad situation for the Mother Duck here. It's got probably another 15 seconds until the Spire spawns, so if these CSM ships smell blood in the water, they could definitely just go for it. Looks like they're kind of hanging back, though. libGTK is not pouncing. Solus Ortum is, again, being very cautious, taking cover here. So is the Mother Duck, dropping into the wreckage there. Trying to escape, falling back to its allies' spawn. Civil Rights Bill is coming out, putting a lot of long-range fire onto these ships. Not a lot of connections yet, though, from the Civil Rights Bill's Lumberjack. So the Mother Duck is just taking a lot of damage here. Looks like, yeah, Lib is now making a charge, and that armor is down, waiting for that mortar to come in there. Mother Duck down to half armor, 1/3, really bad, and boom, CSM takes the first victory of the first match of this scrimmage. So congratulations to CSM on the first match here.